to They Call Us Villains. All right, welcome to another episode of They Call Us Villains. I'm here with DG today. No Brian today.
Womp womp womp.
But I do have the hiccups, which will make things interesting.
They'll make a cameo.
Yeah, make up for Big Boss there not being here.
Hey, for Big Boss Man,
Cheers.
Big Boss Mailman. Cheers.
Yeah, still had some beers left, huh? I had all mine 4th of July.
This is the last one, and it's warm. So it's the last one I found outside in the cooler. I was like, because all the ones in the fridge were like gone, and I was like,
oh man.
And I was like, I'll just drink it, you know.
Man. Well, we were just talking about Bass Pro Shops. I love that stuff. It's huge. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, you know, I think if they had a store like closer to LA, I think they would just make a killing out there, you know.
Yeah. Well, the stores are so big, where I don't know where they could afford that size of property. They did one. I went to one in what's the one? It's like in the OC, but it wasn't as big as the one in Ontario.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, you if you love the outdoors or you just like love guns, you'll definitely you'll love it there.
Yeah. Or fishing. They got like a little river at one of them.
Oh,
down here. They got like a little fountain and then a little creek that goes inside the store. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, man, and they know who they cater to. You know, you see a bunch of like just guys. You know, like you know, and it's I like it because it almost feels like when you're exiting, like they have all these like little stands that you're like, oh, I might need. I don't know, like fishing tackle or you know, or like 10 flashlights, you know.
Man, or like a crossbow. You're looking at that crossbow section. Maybe I need a crossbow.
Yeah, no, it's fun. I always have a good time when I go there.
I like to look at the boats and just fantasize about buying a boat.
Dude, I mean those prices, jeez.
Yeah.
Man, no wonder only some people can afford boats.
Yeah.
One day, Alex. One day.
Yeah, we'll have to get kayaks for now.
we'll just spectate.
Yeah. Man, did you want to talk about anything in particular going on in the sports world?
You know what? Just going back to you know, I've been hearing about this throughout the whole week. You know, Bronny James, you know, how his dad got him the job, you know, and how the you know, the new coach is saying, oh, you know, that Bronny James has earned his spot in the team, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man, this kid has he's got it made for right now, you know, as long as his dad's in the league and you know what, even his dad's still going to have some pull even after he retires. But man, he's getting everything kind of handed to him, you know, because you know all these other rookies, they're just kind of coming in and they're nobody's. I mean, I don't think any rookie's probably going to start, but you know, it seems like Bronny James is going to make his way to that starting lineup, you know, and I'm just like, man, I mean, what he's lucky kid, you know, his dad's definitely, you know. You know, got the Lakers under his thumb. So, but I mean, what do you think? Let's say he doesn't have a great start. Let's just say he's, you know, mediocre, and LeBron just retires. Do you think in 2 years? Do you think Bronny James will stick around as a Laker if he just doesn't become that superstar?
No, I think if LeBron leaves the Lakers and he doesn't play well or it doesn't show anything right off the bat, I think they probably cut him. I think they just let him go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, you know, because I mean, the Lakers need that superstar, you know, and if he's just an average type of player, I mean, you've seen what the Lakers do with, you know, above average players. They'll just trade him for the star that's, you know, already like seasoned. But yeah, dude. Hopefully, hopefully he does kind of blossom into a good player. But I was looking at the a lot of his scouting reports, and they were just saying like, nah, he's in development for sure.
If he wasn't LeBron James' son, you think he gets into the league?
Not as fast as he did, and not as like he's got a guaranteed contract,
Uh,
so he's definitely going to be a Laker or for unless they trade him. But yeah, it's one of those things where like I don't think like any other team would have picked him up like the whole draft,
yeah,
Yeah, so yeah, but
interesting. What
man.
about Klay Thompson not joining the Lakers?
Oh man, I saw that his pops was upset about
Yeah,
that.
that's what I saw too.
you know, I think he made a good he made a good business move.
Uh,
Going to Dallas is definitely going to be he Luka's there, Kyrie's there. He's going to be third option. Two, I want to say third option, just because he's not the youngest one, but they have a shooter now.
yeah,
They'll drive in, and Luka loves to fucking just throw it out there,
yeah.
spot up three. So I think that was a great move. It would have been great if he came to LA, but I don't. LA's not that
No.
that enticing.
Well, his dad is like the LA Lakers announcer, right?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for radio or for TV?
I think he does TV.
For TV, okay.
Yeah, Michael
Yeah,
Thompson.
yeah. So his dad couldn't even get him into the Lakers. But,
They were like offered. They're like, "Come on!"
yeah,
And they're like,
yeah.
"Nope."
The Lakers seem kind of dysfunctional to me lately, and then but also he gets to save all that money going to Texas on taxes. He doesn't have to pay
Oh
up those big
yeah,
prices here.
man. You know what? Yeah, as it is, he played in San Francisco, so he knows this
Yeah.
bracket, this tax bracket
Oh,
that we
that's
have out
right.
here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So going to a different state, with a lower tax bracket. Yeah, he's and I'm sure he's like, you know what? He probably wants to win it. He wants to keep on winning.
Yeah.
Um, I don't remember exactly how old he is, but I don't think he's like relatively young. Like
Right.
he still has a couple years, but not like after
Yeah.
that injury. I don't think he's been the same.
Uh, and I think Texas doesn't have any income tax. Is that right? Let me double check that. So
Ooh.
if he moves out there and he doesn't have to pay any income tax, he just boosted his salary right there. And then.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, the guy's 34. He could probably play what up to like 38, maybe. So 4 years. Um, yeah, he's a seasoned vet, and he's been around for a long time, for a good while. So since 2012. So I mean, I don't blame him. Good for him. He I think he made a good decision for sure.
Yeah, it says Texas does not have an individual income tax.
Nice. That's why so many California
Yeah.
move over there.
That's a good business move.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Have you have you seen any of the Dodger games lately?
No, I don't think I've seen a single one.
Not yet. Okay.
No, you saw one recently?
I caught the one that's was it not? I started watching it last night. But then we just kind of tuned it out. They started. It's like that. But they were playing Arizona. And man, Arizona always like brings their A game against the Dodgers. It's one of those things where it's like they're I get it. They went to the World Series, but like
Yeah.
we should just like stomp on them and like not even be worried about it. But yeah, they always bring their A game against the Dodgers. I think they lost last night, so let me see.
Man. Yeah, I'm curious to watch the game now that with the new time clock, the new pitching time clock, because I don't think I've seen one
Oh yeah,
since they implemented it. And because that used to be one of the things that it was kind of slow, but I always liked having it in the background. Like I would just put the game, and then I would just have it in the background. You're doing the things, and you hear
Yeah,
like the crowd, and now
yeah,
you know to tune in. You know what I mean? Something happened, tune in, and get to
yeah.
see it live. When I had MLB TV, I used to like because they can condense the game. You would
Oh,
watch the replay, and they just would show you the good plays, but you didn't really like feel like you were watching a game. You know what I mean? Like you didn't feel the story develop. It was just like cut, cut, something happened. But you could watch a whole
uh,
game in like 30 minutes.
oh yeah. No, I mean, I guess. Oh man, I could see. I would like that, but sometimes I do like the like just the full length of the game.
Uh-huh.
But a condensed version should be. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it. Yeah, I mean, some of these games do run long. I mean, let's be honest. Sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, like it's the fourth inning, and I've been watching this for 2 hours. But yeah, I mean, the pitching clock does definitely.
Pitchers do it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it definitely does help out. Yeah, I was looking at the score. So yeah, yesterday they lost 9-3. The day
Mm.
before, 12-4. That's the one I did see. Yeah, they got stopped. And then on Tuesday they won. These all these games are against Arizona. They won 6-5. So Arizona, like I'm telling you, Arizona, like they love to play against us. They bring their
Yeah.
A game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good little rivalry with Arizona because it's usually them for that title, that
The
division
national,
title.
yeah, yeah, man. I mean, I feel it's the Dodgers, and even against the Giants, like the Giants suck, but like they brought their A game,
Yeah.
and they got the best of us. So same with San Diego, we're always saying how come postseason, if we meet them, they always beat us, and it's like, damn dude, like come on, Dodgers, get it together.
Yeah. Man. Have you bought any Dodgers merch recently?
No, not recently. I think last year I bought a hat, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, I haven't. The thing is, it's pricey. It's
Yeah.
pricey, and I haven't bought a baseball jersey in ages.
Yeah.
So, but I definitely want to make it down to a game because I do want to check out their food, the new food stands that are around the stadium.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Uh,
They got a new food stand.
Yeah, when they remodeled the stadium, they added some new food stands. Granted, it's funny because I'm like, yeah, I want to go check out the food, and you know what I'll end up doing is just
Yeah.
drinking.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
and
typically the food hasn't been great there, and it's super expensive. So it's like,
that too. I'm sure those prices
yeah,
aren't you know super affordable, but yeah, no, I've been wanting to go, but just it's sometimes it's kind of a drive to go on a weekday,
yeah,
uh, and come back over here.
yeah. That's tough. But you go
Uh,
out there, you watch the Quake sometimes, right? Or
yeah, so the my local team, well, my closer is the minor league, the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. They have a small stadium out here, just to kind of keep people entertained. They got
yeah.
a little following. So yeah, I think I've been to one game this season so far, and the what's pretty cool is that the when the Dodger pitching staff is or any Dodger players rehabbing, they'll
Right.
either they'll pass through here before they go back up.
Oh,
So like
interesting.
I think it was Thursday, Tuesday they had Joe Kelly uh
Really?
pitching. Yeah, so
Wow.
so it's pretty cool. You get to
Yeah.
you can't see them out in Dodger Stadium. And the tickets are really affordable. They're about like 14-15 bucks. So
Uh,
um but yeah, talk about like a really fast game. Like these
yeah.
games are really fast. Like they'll start at like I think it's 5 and they'll be
Uh-huh.
done like by 7:38. Like yeah, like 7:30. Like they just keep
Wow.
moving. Like they just like, okay guys, like you guys aren't getting paid that much.
Is it just shorter innings, or they just
No,
rushing them?
yeah, I feel like like in the big leagues, like in between innings, they kind of like take They make their
Oh,
way to the
okay.
field. Like this
Yeah.
is almost like all right, you
Hurry up.
guys are in, you guys are out,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Okay.
And they have a pitching clock as well. So and I don't think it's the like the major league. I don't think they get the full time like they do in the big leagues.
Nah. Interesting.
Yeah. Have you ever been to a like a minor league game or anything like that?
No, but I've always seen like clips of them. Like they'll have, I don't know, they'll have like something crazy, like the mascot or something, or some crazy night, and they always look like a lot of fun. Like I've always thought, but it just never occurred to me. But like when I see those news stories about these local teams, like they seem like people have a lot of fun there.
Yeah, you know what? I think the thing is, I think they try to make it as family friendly and affordable as possible.
Yeah.
So they'll have like kids run the bases. Like there's a mascot out here, so like the mascot will be walking around. The small state. It's a small stadium. It's not
Right.
a big major league stadium, and they have promo nights like I don't know, the burgers are half off, the beer is half
Oh,
off. So I think they just try to like make it interesting
yeah.
for people to come.
Are the players more accessible? Like, if Joel Kelly is rehabbing there and playing a couple innings, can you maybe get an autograph or something, or is it still
Yeah.
like,
No, the, yes, you could get an autograph like
uh,
beforehand. Uh, and I mean these stadiums, like I said, they're so small. Like you're literally like you you're there. Like
yeah,
so. And their bullpen is like it's accessible. Obviously, you can't. They don't really like pay much attention like when they're playing.
right?
But I've seen them like after the game or people will hang out and yeah they'll get a couple autographs and whatnot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's not like Dodger Stadium where you're like this place is so massive like
yeah,
like well I guess there's a specific exit they all go through, right? But
right.
I'm sure
But
they're
yeah, there's it's more blocked off for sure.
yeah they're just like zooming out of there.
Yeah, you don't have that much access to them.
Yeah, for sure. Um, have you ever been to the Oakland A's stadium?
No.
I was up in Oakland for work this week,
Yeah.
and I've never I didn't even know where this stadium was, but it's like 10 minutes from the airport,
Oh
and
wow.
yeah, I was gonna go, but just my flights and all this, I couldn't make it. But I was talking to somebody about it that I thought they were already like moving to Las Vegas,
Uh-huh.
but supposedly they're going to be there this season, next one, and then they'll be moving out to Las Vegas. So
Oh wow.
yeah, I was like, I don't know, like I really like Moneyball, the movie.
Yeah, that's a good book.
So yeah, so I'm like, I should definitely catch a game here before they
Uh,
leave, because it's kind of like it's an old school stadium,
yeah.
um, and from what I saw, the prices were about like $30. So I mean, not too bad.
No.
Uh, but yeah, I was like, oh man, and it's one of my goals to go to every ballpark in America.
Right.
So hopefully
Oh, that's cool.
when I go back to it, when I have another work trip up there, I'll definitely
Yeah.
catch a game up there.
Were you saying Moneyball, the movie, or the book?
I saw the movie. I didn't
The
read the
movie,
book.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that was pretty good.
Did you read the book?
Yeah, the book was really good too because it goes more into depth about that guy. What's his name? Bean. I forgot his first name.
Billy.
Billy Bean. Yeah, and kind of like how he came up uh, with that system, or like how he integrated that system, because there was like some other guy, the guy who's the guy from Superbad,
Oh,
his
Jonah
character.
Hill.
Yeah, like his character, like in real life, how he like started integrating them, like how they were just looking at the numbers and all this sort of stuff, and how they could compete with like bigger market teams that spend a lot more money, but they
Yeah.
couldn't win this World Series. That's kind of like on a big scale, you could win 100 and like do well over 162 games, but when it came to like the small sample size, you couldn't really do it.
Couldn't do it. Yeah,
And
the
that's
guys
kind of
we
what frustrates me about the Dodgers, because they always, when they were at the end, they still do that money ball type game. You know what I mean? They're still
mm,
letting the computer make the decisions and just having Roberts at the time or whatever.
yeah. Yeah, that's always been like the biggest like the big controversy of Dave Roberts, that like
Yeah.
he's just a puppet, like
Right.
and the big computers are telling him what to do.
Yeah.
Uh, But okay, but I mean, all right, let's analyze that.
Yeah,
If a computer is telling you like, hey, this guy is gonna hit it, like, I mean, I'm like, I guess I would be like, yeah, you know what? Let's send you know Joe to hit that ball, as opposed to like Marcos who can't even hit the like the side of the barn, So,
right.
but I guess it's a coach's feeling too, right?
Yeah, I
Or
think so.
who's hot.
Like if maybe the computer's telling you to pull this guy, but he's doing good.
He's
You know
hot.
what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
He's
what it is.
retiring people, but the pitch count's getting high, and the
Yeah,
computer's saying, "Okay, you should pull him now."
yeah,
But I would say, you know what? Ignore the computer. Keep going until someone starts hitting. You know what I mean? When he starts
yeah.
kind of losing those battles up there on the mound, then pull
And I think that's always been the thing too. Like the pitching will be like spot on, like
him.
they're but hey, this pitcher should only be pitching up to 4 innings. You got
Right.
to take him out, and,
Right.
and that's where, like, I guess as a coach, yeah, you would be like, not like, no, like, let him stay, he's killing
Yeah.
it right now,
Yeah.
but analytics are like, no, no,
Yeah.
he's
Cool.
he you got to pull him, he's done.
I can understand that in the regular season. All right.
Yeah,
There's not something too big at stake, and then
yeah,
it'll probably pay off over 162 games. You'll probably win enough according to the stats and whatever. You're playing that odds game,
yeah,
but like that one once you're in the playoffs, I think you should turn those analytics off and just go with like a coach who has experience, kind of
yeah.
knows what they're doing.
You got to play off the vibes, huh?
Yeah,
Hey, who's hot, who's not? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, definitely. Um, have you were you aware that the Oakland A's were moving to Vegas?
I had heard that, but I didn't know what the timeline was, and I thought that their stadium was like almost unplayable up there, but it sounds like they could still play a couple games then.
In Oakland?
Yeah, a couple
Oh,
seasons.
I heard that too. That it's like it needs to be renovated and whatnot.
Yeah,
Um, but hey, I mean, they were playing. They're
they're
playing
gonna do it,
on Tuesday night.
man.
Yeah,
Man, I can't even imagine what. Maybe Oakland's a nice town, but from what I just see online, it just seems like it's like Mad Max City right there. Like,
this was my first time up there in a long time, and yeah, you know it's like any city, like
yeah,
it's got its good areas, bad, and bad areas. I drove through some pretty bad areas, but I also stumbled upon, like, I drove through some like really nice areas. Like, oh man, like it's like LA, like
yeah,
you're driving through a nice little area, and then it's like, whoa, what the hell, like tent city,
yeah. Where to go? Yeah.
So, but I know I drove by Fruitville, I think it's called.
uh,
I know the I know that, and then Embarcadero.
mm,
And what I did, I mean, it's all like little coast, so it looks pretty cool. You're like, oh, it's like a beach town,
right.
but apparently it's like tent city too. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And I've been there once, but oh man, that must have been like 15 years ago, and it wasn't so bad. It was like kind of like just like how San Francisco was. I mean, it was sketchy. Like when I went there, I went on the Greyhound bus,
yeah.
and then so like I was at the Oakland station and walking from the Oakland station to like the regular bus. I mean, it was kind of sketchy, but it was like you said, it seemed like a regular city, like LA. Like LA
Hmm.
has those parts and stuff.
Yeah.
But when I see online, it's just like you're in Oakland, your stuff's gonna get robbed. It's gonna get bipped, as they call it, or whatever. You're
Yeah.
gonna be bit like from I think it was in Oakland or maybe it was San Francisco where like they just wait for you at the gas station from the hotel from the airport because they know
Oh
you rent
wow.
a car, you stop there to get gas, so
Yeah.
they're just ready to just you know pop your windows and then I've heard like people leave their trunk. Maybe this is San Francisco too and Oakland where people just leave their trunks open.
Oh, so like,
Yeah,
so
like
there's nothing to steal.
there's nothing to steal.
Yeah.
Don't break my windows. There's nothing in there, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, and then I think a lot of businesses have like left Oakland. Like they can't do business there because it's just so crazy. They're getting robbed all the time. So
Yeah, I mean, but I think even through all, given the bad circumstances and whatnot,
yeah,
I feel like there's still like loyal Oakland A's fans who are just you know they're just gonna be fans for life.
right.
Kind of like LA. LA is not the greatest, but I mean, there's a ton of Dodger fans.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true.
So, but
I think there's a lot of Raider fans up there too, right? In Oakland, there must be. I think they
I
love
think
the Raiders up there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
think it's just like since they were up there for a good minute. I think they have they have roots there.
yeah,
Like a new generation kind of started off, and then the Raiders left, but they still followed them.
yeah. I guess that's gotta suck. Where if the Raiders leave your hometown, then the Oakland A's leave your hometown. Yeah,
Yeah, you're losing it. You're bleeding from all ends.
I know. What are you gonna have? There was a time when I thought the Oakland A's were really cool when they had Mark McGuire and Jose Canseco,
Man,
Dennis
that was
Eckersley.
that was
Yeah.
like 30 years ago,
That
bro.
was dirty. Yeah, that was my era right there. Because I used to play with them on the RBI baseball. I'd be like, all
Oh,
right,
really?
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta get Jose Canseco and Mark McGuire on this.
Oh my god. Well, the thing is that I feel like Oakland's like San Francisco's the big brother and Oakland's like the little brother. And San Francisco has, the Niners, they have the
Yeah.
Golden State Warriors, the Giants, so any other team, and they're so close together that it's like I feel like a lot of people just gravitate towards the bigger brand.
Yeah.
Like okay, well, kind of the same, but not really. Like here,
Clippers, Lakers.
Clippers, Lakers, and I was gonna say like Dodgers, Angels. It's just Anaheim's
Yeah,
different,
that's true.
Anaheim's different. But yeah, definitely like Lakers, Clippers. It's like
Yeah.
who's the big dog and who's the
Yeah.
little dog. So I think that's how it might be over there in Oakland.
Yeah. Even when we had back in the day, 30 years ago, like your Dodgers, I mean your Rams and the
Uh-huh.
Raiders. People went to the Raiders. Like I remember, like the Rams were like the second team because they were playing out in like the OC or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I think the like let's be honest, the Raiders have a huge following, and
Yeah,
it's still here in LA.
yeah,
I think we talked about it, like how the Rams are definitely bringing in the like a newer generation, the younger
yeah.
generation's kind of
That's
growing
true.
up with that. But like all the people our age or a little bit older, if they were Raider fans, they're
Yeah,
Raider fans for life.
yeah.
Except Brian, because he changed. He came to Rams. And
Your Rams,
he knew it was better.
man.
Question for you, Commish.
Yeah.
All right, Copa America. I'm just gonna throw out
Oh,
two teams at you. You tell me who's gonna beat who. All right.
all right, you do it.
All right. Tomorrow, Colombia versus Panama.
Oh man, Colombia is gonna win because they're gonna be better products on the field.
They're gonna be hyped up.
Yeah. Those PEDs are gonna be hitting a lot better for them, I think.
Oh my
No, I
god.
think in general they're more better team, and at least in my consciousness, like from what I remember, I don't remember Panama ever like doing anything big, but I remember Colombia at least like doing something in those group stages of the World Cup.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Colombia. They're all yeah. They have a good squad. All right. Here's the other one.
Yeah.
Uruguay versus Brazil.
Ooh, that's a good one because those two teams are pretty good. Uruguay's always been really tough, but Brazil, I mean, just has to be the favorite, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. And then on next Tuesday, we have Argentina versus Canada.
Oh my goodness, Canada's gonna kill. Oh my god,
Give
those
me
hot
a.
dogs. Are they playing hockey? Are they gonna?
Dude, Argentina's gonna be like, what is this?
Yeah, what's going on?
Give me a quick score for that one.
For Argentina, Canada? Oh,
Canada, yes, sir.
I'm gonna say 4-0.
Wow, like that, huh? I'll,
Two
I
each
was
half.
I'll go 3-1.
3-1. You think
3-1.
they score one? Oh, very good. That's a hot
you,
take, I think.
you know what? Hot take right there. But yeah, that's a semifinal on Tuesday, and tomorrow we have Colombia, Panama, and
Yeah.
Uruguay, Brazil. Have you caught any of the games?
No, I haven't. I tuned in a little bit to the Mexico one, but man, no, they weren't doing so well.
Bro, same here.
Yeah,
I was like, all right. I didn't watch the other two games, so I was like, okay, I'll watch this one.
yeah,
And man, I was just like, are these guys even trying?
yeah.
Are we trying to win, guys? Apparently
Yeah.
not.
That, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, Canada is the best soccer team apparently in North America.
apparently, dude.
Apparently, the U.S. didn't make it. Mexico didn't make it.
Yeah,
They're the
so
kings in the North.
they really are. Yeah, man. Yeah, I was trying to watch it the game yesterday. It was Argentina and Ecuador.
Yeah,
But just with the game started like around 6, and dude, people started throwing fireworks like at 7. So
really.
yeah, I was like, oh man, I can't hear this. We were outside, so I was like, oh
uh,
man, I can't hear this game. So
yeah.
we just, I left the Dodger game on, and
Mm,
I don't know. I was kind of tuning in, but not really.
uh,
But yeah,
I
yeah.
I think that Ecuador might not be a real country, bro. Have you ever met anybody from Ecuador?
No, where is that?
Where the, I've never met one, a single person who said they were from Ecuador. I don't know.
It's all fake news, bro. It's all
It's all
fake
fake.
news.
It's made up. I think it's like the flat Earth theory. Whatever.
Hey, bro. You know what? If Kyrie would have won with the Dallas Mavericks, I would have been a flat Earth
Flat
believer.
Earth, yeah, that guy's right. Oh
Oh my
man.
god. Hey, did you hear about the boxer Ryan Garcia?
Oh yeah, I don't know the whole story, but yeah, he apparently he's in trouble for saying the N word. I heard a
Yeah,
little bit of that tape, the audio,
yeah.
but
Like
yeah, go for it.
he just went off, right? Like he was
Yeah,
just like dropping M bombs here and there and everywhere,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I don't know if I missed one or the one that cause I heard one where like he and some other guys are saying some like pretty, I guess like you could say racist stuff, but it sounded like he was either it sounded like they were just making jokes,
Oh, okay.
like they were joking, but I think
Mhm.
there might be something else because people are pretty upset.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, dude's not black,
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
but I saw his like, I guess he issued like an apology and whatnot, and
yeah,
um, but I mean, come on, dude, it's like you're a boxer, you're a hot boxer, obviously,
yeah,
obviously, he's got his controversies and issues right now, but
yeah,
man, he needs to watch what he's saying because I mean, from my understanding now, he's banned from boxing for a year,
yeah.
so no
Oh,
income.
boxing banned them for a year. Wow, that's
Yeah, I think it
crazy.
was the WBC or something like that.
WBC,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe.
So for the oh my god
Yeah. I saw Oscar came out with a statement against them, of course. So it's interesting.
yeah, and he said it was all show, but I guess
Yeah,
his dad was also like pretty concerned about his drinking, so and I get it, he's 25,
yeah,
he's wilding out, he's doing his thing, he's got millions of dollars. I'm
yeah,
sure he's got like all these chicks on him, but
yeah,
you got to think big picture, longevity,
yeah,
and obviously, all of this is going to affect his the bottom line, his dollars, so
yeah. You think this makes
um
him more money or less money?
well, I mean, if he in boxing, yeah,
I think it's gonna even hype it up. I guess if he fights a black fighter, it's just gonna. I think they're
comes
gonna
back.
want to watch him lose.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, I mean, like that hype. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
It's definitely.
but it's kind of gnarly to say the stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah, dude. And I mean, unless he becomes like a TikTok star or something, like
yeah.
it's like, well, what is he gonna do if he can't fight?
Well, before I knew what the controversy was, like I'm scrolling through IG and I come across his account and he's standing there with the black girl who obviously maybe
Oh,
spent the
really?
night. Yeah,
Oh.
who maybe spent the night. I'm guessing it kind of looked like, and he's like saying how he likes black people or something like that. And I'm like, All right, that is interesting. Okay.
Well, Kamish, let me just bring this out that I don't know if you've seen that the show on FX called Clipped.
Clip? I haven't. No, no, no.
Well, basically, it's the reaccounting of Donald Sterling's, the ex Clippers owner, and how
Oh,
he
yeah, yeah, yeah.
he liked black people,
Yeah.
but he was really racist too.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean,
I
that
remember that controversy. I think that he was more jealous than racist. I think.
uh,
Like,
well, from what
I
the
mean, he
show,
said some racist things. Don't
yeah,
get
yeah,
me
yeah,
wrong.
yeah, yeah.
What he said was racist, but I think he was more motivated by being jealous that his chick was like, you know,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the dude definitely had some issues with black people because
oh, he did. Oh, okay.
he hated Magic Johnson. He
Yeah.
hated there was somebody else who they pointed out on the show who.
So this is even before. Was it Magic Johnson that was like with his girl?
Yeah, this was already like Johnson was already retired. He was already
Okay.
part ownership of the Lakers. So
Okay, so maybe
uh,
I'm missing some information, and he had some other stuff going on with that kind of.
yeah, like
But
the Donald Sterling's. Well, I guess it was his girlfriend, his mistress, or something. But
yeah,
she like took a picture with Magic Johnson, and
yeah,
she posted it on her social media, and Donald Sterling saw it and just like, hey, I don't want you taking pictures with black people, this and that,
right.
and that's what
But
she
she was black.
reported.
But she was black, right?
She was half black, half Mexican.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, so that's where like I guess, but prior to that, like who was it? I think it was Elgin Baylor, who was a Clippers general manager or something. Like
Hmm.
he was even was known to have said that like, hey, Donald Stern's like really racist. Like he says
Wow.
like that he wouldn't let minorities uh
Yeah.
move up in the Clipper organization.
Wow.
And I guess he had some civil lawsuits because Sterling has like a ton of properties out here in LA.
Hmm.
And I guess he had some lawsuits where basically minorities, people with children, and gay couples, like he didn't want them in their buildings, like so he wouldn't rent out those units to them. So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. So yeah, I didn't know anything about that stuff. That's kind of crazy.
yeah, you should check out the show, dude.
Yeah.
It's pretty entertaining. It's kind of funny because it's like the Lakers Showtime was an HBO show, so it kind of had
Yeah.
like a bigger budget, I want to say.
Okay.
And this is FX, so it's not up there, but it's good.
Oh,
It's good.
so it's not a documentary. It's kind of they're reacting it. They're
Yeah,
acting
yeah,
it out.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Let me ask
definitely
you
check
this
it out.
question
Yes, sir.
related to Ryan Garcia.
Mm,
Can Mexican people say the N word?
negative.
No.
Nah.
I'll
I don't.
co-sign on that. You
Yeah.
know, I don't even think black people should be able to say it.
Right. I mean,
Let's just leave that over there.
yeah. It's yeah. Nah. He should know better. I mean,
Yeah,
come on, dude. Like you have a huge platform. You know. I'm sure like some young people see it. But you know what? We grew up in a different generation too.
that's
Where
right. That's right.
it's like we kind of
Yeah,
it's like, hey, that's not us. We don't say that.
yeah. I
And
feel
and
like
that
this generation, like Mexican kids, they feel that it's okay to say it.
yeah, I get that sense too. But you'll always get the argument that it's like, oh, hey, that's how I grew up. That's what I know. That's what I
Yeah,
grew up hearing and whatnot.
yeah,
Yeah, it is what it is. But I mean, I don't think
yeah.
we
I
should be
never
saying.
really heard it growing up. Like in even in the Mexican community, I don't remember that being like a regular insult. I
Nah,
mean,
man.
it would come up every once in a while, it'd pop up here
Yeah.
and there, but it wasn't like a go to like it is now. Like I hear it now, like almost every like a period almost.
Yeah. No, I
He's a
mean, well,
sentence, anyway, yeah, sentence. You know,
yeah.
like it wasn't like that before. Like I think social media kind of changed it a lot.
Well, I think it was. I mean, my high school was like 98% Latino.
Yeah,
There was like two black guys, and they played basketball. They were on the squad, so I mean, I knew both of them. So I wouldn't necessarily hear that word that much, but
yeah,
I mean, other schools are obviously more mixed.
right.
So, but yeah, I mean, To each their own, I guess.
Yeah,
I
I
guess.
did have like friends. I remember like in Pasadena. Like people don't know that Pasadena had like projects. And I remember when I was a kid and I would go visit like friends there.
Yeah.
Like I would hear it there all the time.
Oh, really? Yeah. What? Where is that? Where is like the bad side of Pasadena?
I don't remember. I don't remember. I was like a little kid. This was like
Oh, okay.
early '90s.
Okay.
So
I've always heard there's a bad place part in Pasadena, but I'm like,
yeah.
where?
Oh yeah, yeah. I had friends who lived there. Like we would go, like our family would go visit them, and then like it was like basically like the projects,
The
basically like
projects, yeah. Oh,
government
okay.
subsidized housing. Yeah,
Yeah.
like they could live there until like like the kids like grew up, and then you got to move out and stuff like that. Like
Oh, okay.
yeah, so but yeah, it was kind of gnarly. I don't, but I couldn't tell you where it was because as an adult, every place I've gone to in Pasadena, you're right, it was really nice.
I mean, it's typically a nicer, uppity
Yeah,
neighborhoods, right? Yeah.
uh, I
Have
don't know.
you excuse me, have you seen any of the what was I gonna say? Sorry. Any like new or any UFC fights lately?
No, but there's one gonna come up tomorrow, which it's not a UFC fight, but they're former UFC fighters with Nate Diaz and Jorge Masvidal.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so they're putting on their own show, which I think will probably do pretty well for people who are outside the UFC. I
Yeah.
think they're gonna get quite a bit of eyeballs, and I think they might be fighting here in Los Angeles, maybe.
Oh,
I
right
gotta
on.
double check that, but I think they might be fighting here, so that's probably gonna be pretty interesting. I think. And I think is it just a boxing match? Let me look that up. I wonder if it's MMA or if it's just a boxing match.
Yeah. While you search that, I saw the clips of this. Oh God, this. I think it was a championship fight last week. Um, and basically this the champ like squares up against this guy and he like round kicks him to the head and you just see the dude just like boom to the floor, dude. It was so gnarly, dude. I was like,
That was in the UFC.
yeah, Pereira,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. Okay, yeah, that
Pereira.
was like last week, I think.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, what that? I mean, these guys look like they're pretty big,
Yeah,
like fit dudes, but
yeah,
they're definitely not like featherweights. So I could only imagine like this guy getting kicked in the forehead, dude, like or kicked in
mm,
the side of the head and just
yeah.
knocked out.
You just got correct.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I think it's a boxing match. I can't see anything that says it outright, but I'm pretty sure it's a boxing match, and it's gonna be over at the Honda Center.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
So it's not a UFC fight. It's
not a
a
UFC fight.
boxing. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Is it
I,
like an exhibition, like, or is it going to go on like a record book?
uh, that's a good question. Probably gonna be in an exhibition, my guess.
Okay.
Because they when they were in the UFC, they fought for this title that just got made up. It was the BMF, the Bad Motherfucker Belt,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
and so Masvidal beat him for that belt, and so I
Oh,
think that's part of why they got a little rivalry, I guess.
oh. No, so they only fought once in the UFC.
Yeah, that I remember they only fought once. I don't remember them fighting more than
Damn,
that.
damn, dude. So I get, hey, there's some bad blood there. Then, huh? Like,
Yeah,
should be
I
pretty
think
good,
so.
huh?
Yeah, I think he wants to get it back.
Well, I
That
mean,
belt back.
I mean, if if history tells a story, it's that MMA fighters really can't be boxers.
Boxing, yeah, yeah,
So, but you never know.
yeah. Well, these are two MMA fighters boxing, so we'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
dude, I gotta give it to Conor McGregor, dude, because when he when that boxing match came out that he was gonna fight
Oh yeah,
Mayweather, dude, I honestly believe that Conor McGregor was like a legit fighter. I was like,
fighter
oh, that
boxer.
yeah, like a boxer, a boxer. Sorry, I was like, dude,
Yeah,
this guy's gonna eat. And since they talk so much crap,
yeah,
I was like, oh man, McGregor's ready. He's gonna get Mayweather.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then I saw the fight and I was like, oh my god, like, this is terrible. Like, like they really sold that fight.
So yeah, he actually did better than I thought he would. Um, but that build up that fight buildup was really good, and I think that's like the first fight that really like McGregor really made a lot of money. He made like
Oh,
100,
really?
100 million or something. Yeah, that was the
Oh,
first
okay.
big money he made. Yeah, fighting Mayweather.
What was he not like making as much in the UFC like as
No,
when
you.
he
I
was
mean, he was
boxing?
probably making pretty good money in the UFC, but
Uh huh.
like boxing money and UFC money are very different.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
but like if you're on the lower tier, you're probably better off in the UFC. You're probably making more money in the UFC than
Okay.
the lower tier of boxing. But that upper tier is way above the UFC one.
Oh, okay. I guess that's why all these these fighters, boxers, they make so many. They make like huge tons of money, right? Like off
Yeah,
like a couple bouts each year, you know.
yeah. Well, like in boxing, they have to. You can't have like a UFC almost like you have promoters, but like there's different rules where like they kind of. I think the promoter can't have do certain things, whereas
Mm.
the UFC does it because it's not boxing. Like there's like I think it's called like the Muhammad Ali Act or something like that.
Oh, really?
Pretty interesting, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I think back in the day, promoters took advantage of all these boxers and stuff, and like Don King types, stealing their money and doing all sorts of weird contracts. So like they had to make all these rules to protect the boxers and stuff.
Okay. Well,
So I
yeah.
think
I
that
mean,
helps them get a lot bigger paydays.
yeah. No, I mean, dude, Don King. I mean, you know, now that
Only
we
in America.
like now that we know like what he did to his boxers and like Mike Tyson, it's like,
Yeah,
bro, this guy was just he robbing them blind, you know.
yeah, man. But I think everybody in boxing was pretty much like that. It seems like.
Yeah, the thing is, at least for me, like it's like I don't see like the best fighters fight each other anymore because
Yeah,
they all and I get it, it's all money, they all want to like wait until they get like 60 40 50 whatever
yeah.
whatever it is, and
That,
if it's not
but
the money that they want, it just won't happen.
yeah, yeah. And I think boxing too is there's nobody like there to kind of pull the levers like Dana White does in the UFC. Like Dana White can be like,
Mm,
okay, you two are fighting. You know what I mean?
and that's
Like
that,
that's the
right?
fight. Yeah, that's the fight.
Yeah,
You got these fights on your contract. You're gonna fight him.
yeah.
You don't want to take that fight. Okay, we're gonna get the next guy. Yeah. And I don't think that really exists in boxing.
Mm.
And also
Yeah,
in boxing, it's more the record seems to matter more to boxers for some reason. So like if you they don't really want to lose. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like it's like with the Canelo, that one fighter who keeps on calling him out, and Canelo just doesn't want to like he
Yeah.
was Benavides.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Um, and I don't know, maybe he Canelo sees him as a real threat, or maybe he just doesn't see the money in that,
Yeah.
and he sees Benavides as just getting a paycheck. Um, but I mean, I don't know. I kind of like the 90s and early 2000s where it was like, oh, you're calling me out, all right, let's go,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
go, let's do this,
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
that's a good point. Yeah, back in that day, all those big fights just seemed to happen.
dude, like every year there
Yeah.
was like, oh, like this dude's fighting this guy, like,
Yeah.
oh, what, like no way.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Like every like month was almost like, oh, this is the fight of the century. Like,
yeah, dude, like Oscar De La Hoya, I mean, as kooky as he is now,
yeah,
like dude didn't really back down from anything, like,
no,
and even when he lost, it's like, well, you like he stepped up to the plate, like
yeah,
he didn't back down. So, and
yeah. I think people maybe unappreciated Oscar because you're
yeah,
right. He didn't back down. He fought all the people he needed to fight.
yeah, for sure. I think after like his whole like cross what was he wasn't cross dressing, but he was caught like
Oh my god, he was cross
what
dressing.
wearing women's clothing,
Yeah.
and like all coked out.
Oh my god.
Like I think his reputation took a huge
Yeah.
shot, and I think people forgot, but I think after that it was like, oh yeah, this guy's he's a little weird.
Yeah, that was shocking. I can't. Like, yeah, I remember when that came out, and you're like, "What is going on here?" I think it may it if it came out now, it kind of would make a little more sense now that it's like more like normal
Like,
or
oh, it's
out there.
cool, you know.
Yeah, like you see it all the time on TikTok or whatever. You know what I mean? But back
Uh,
then, to see that, I was like, what?
yeah,
Oscar de
yeah,
la Hoya, what are you doing?
and I think he was like such a you know, like a well, he was a golden boy, you know, so
Yeah,
like he was up there, you know, for a lot of Latinos, you know,
yeah,
so
yeah, he had a lot of pressure for sure.
yeah,
Pedestal, yeah.
yeah,
Olympic gold medalist. That's crazy.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, have you caught any any WNBA games?
No. Oh man, is anything good been going on there?
I don't know, dude.
Man,
I keep on see like I think I briefly watched like a little bit the other like on a Sunday. It was on Channel 7 or something, but um yeah, I was just like, oh man, I just can't. I don't know. It's just I can't right now.
yeah,
It doesn't capture my level of my attention span, dude.
yeah. I don't really watch it unless it's on my IG feed, and it's like
Mm.
some girl trying to murder Caitlin Clark or something.
Yeah, dude. That yeah, same here. Like I saw like a little thing on my IG feed that like I guess like Caitlin Clark like the ball was gonna fall on her opponent's head, like,
Yeah.
and the girl was right next to her, so like she like blocked her. She threw in her hand, hit the kind of grazed the girl's head, and
Oh my goodness.
the like girl like turned on her, like it was gonna turn into like an all out brawl, you know. But like all she was really trying to do is just for the ball not to hit the girl, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's got a lot of hate right now, you know. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I guess she's got to pay her dues, you
Yeah.
know.
I'm curious if those ratings went up. I'd like to know if people.
Ooh, yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, and I think it would be men. I don't think women are watching WNBA games.
Not really, huh?
No, like every March Madness, like maybe the past 1 or 2 years, that women's tournament seems pretty interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They got like 1 or 2 stars that are like coming out. Like there's a story there. There's some storylines coming up in those
yeah,
women's tournaments.
yeah. I think college is it's kind of weird. It's almost like the women's basketball is more a little bit more competitive,
Yeah,
or you see that hustle. I don't know, but yeah,
yeah,
I have caught like a college a women's college basketball game. Granted, it kind of goes hand in hand with the men's you
right.
know
Oh yeah,
tournament
the
as well.
tournament. Yeah,
Yeah, so I mean, it's like you kind of might run into it, but yeah, I don't know. I feel, yeah, I'm with you on that one. Like it does look like they're a little bit more competitive.
man.
Looks like they're sorry. Go
Go for
ahead.
it. No, no, go for it.
I was just gonna say, it looks like there's gonna be a WNBA All Star squad uh, for the All Star game. I'm trying to see when that's gonna be. Uh, July 20th. It's gonna be in Phoenix. Good to know. I didn't even know they had an All Star game.
Yeah, it makes sense that they would.
Right?
I think it does. Well, the problem with that league, I mean, it's not a problem, but basically, it's a NBA subsidized league. Like they don't really generate any income,
Yeah.
so I wonder, like, if what could the NBA do if they weren't spending the money on the WNBA? But maybe there's nothing better. Maybe that is actually a good thing that they're doing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
I saw something where it said that like since the women's league, the WNBA league has been established, that it's never been profitable.
no, it's been
And,
like 20 years, 30 years.
yeah, and that like kind of blew my mind because I was like, "Yo, how does that make sense? Like, can you
Yeah.
explain it to me like a 5 year old? Because because it's like, so what? Like, how are you guys running? I gotta know who's doing their taxes, you know?
You gotta hire them.
Because I need their number for sure.
No, the NBA pays for it. They just take it
Pay
on the
for it.
chin. Maybe it's like a tax write off for them or something.
That's what I'm thinking. You know, it's
Like
got
a
to be something.
charity.
Yeah, it's got to be like something along the lines of that. Of like, hey, you know what? Well, we invested in this. It's not paying
Right.
off. Like, there's no, yeah, there's no gain there. So,
Yeah, and
Don't
I
don't
mean
tax us.
it could be like PR, maybe like we're helping women play
Yeah,
basketball and stuff like
yeah,
this.
yeah, definitely. But yeah, I was just like, it kind of blew my eye. I was like, damn, not profitable, huh? Okay.
But so why wouldn't they make changes to the game? Like if you're not making a profit, why? Like I think if I was running the WNBA year two, I would have been right. Let's lower the rim. We're gonna,
Yeah,
we're gonna make that so that they can dunk because that's gonna
yeah.
bring the eyeballs.
Or damn, let me throw this at you. Like, why not have like a instead of a 2 and a 3 pointer, like a 4 pointer that's like a
You
little
know,
bit further out, or I don't know, like
yeah, play with it.
yeah, like have certain spots where like, hey, if you make it from here, it's gonna be like 5 points. Like I don't know, that would kind of make it interesting,
Yeah,
but I don't know. I mean, look at the big three. Like, granted, they have like NBA players, but
yeah,
I feel like that little league every year. I don't know how many years it's been, but like
yeah,
it's gaining more and more popularity.
yeah,
And I mean, you know, they 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 don't necessarily like have like a full on like sponsorship from a lot of um, places. So I mean, they're definitely generating their own revenue.
yeah. I can't remember what I read recently that I think they just sold that league or something.
Oh, did they? Oh, I didn't.
I
Oh, okay.
can't remember what the story was, but I just remember like the headline was like what's his name, Ice
Ice
Cube was
Cube.
made a lot of money off that league or something.
Really? Now I want to know.
Like something here on IG says that the NBA players get paid about 70K a year or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they only play like what, like 15 games or so.
Oh
Excuse me.
really?
So
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
hold on. Let's see. There's it's. Oh no, it's saying it's about 10 weeks total, including like a playoff bracket and a championship. So it's 10 weeks total. Um,
The whole season is 10 weeks.
hmm
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it looks like it's mostly weekends.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I mean, couple weekends. But yeah, I was looking at the this to see who bought the big three.
The WNBA should make the games like 20 minutes. They
Like
should have
20 minutes total, or 20
yeah,
minute
20 minutes
halves.
total. 20 minutes
Okay.
total, and play the game in between the halftime of the regular NBA.
Dude, they give that slot to like kids to like run up and down the court.
Yeah. Just replace it with a WNBA game right there. In
Oh
20
my
minutes,
god.
just
Dude, I mean, yeah, they definitely need it. They should try something different,
yeah, mix it up.
I feel like uh as good as Caitlin Clark is, she's only gonna carry this flame or have this hype right now for
You know,
maybe 2-3 years, unless she just is consistently good.
yeah.
But but
You
yeah,
can make stars. You can make stars out of these people because I remember last time Brian was here, he talked about some other girl, and then when I looked her up, I was like, "Oh, this is a very attractive lady." I
oh, who was that?
can't remember. I think
Uh
she was like a man. Brian here was here. He could tell you. But
Brian
it
was
was like
crushing
a
on her.
blonde lady. Yeah, it was like a blonde lady. I think. But she was. I think she might have been a rookie too.
Oh,
Um,
really?
but yeah, and I think.
Oh, I know. She's with the LA Sparks, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Oh,
she's with the LA
man.
Sparks.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
She
So like,
blew out her knee.
oh, she did.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's no
Yeah.
good.
So she's done. I think this happened a couple weeks ago, but yeah,
Oh
you see, like I saw the replay of it, and it
yeah.
was like knee like twist a little weird and done.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, well, they could turn her into a star, but I guess not anymore.
Not anytime soon, dude. She's on
Yeah.
the bench.
That was like that Porzingis injury. It didn't seem like he really did anything too crazy, and he just his knee just was said nah.
Well, the injury he had it during the finals.
Yeah,
It's weird because it's like a ligament that you could tear, but
yeah,
you'll still be able to like walk and somewhat run like okay, but
uh,
like for these athletes who make like aggressive, sharp turn,
yeah,
stops and turns and flex their body, like he really that tendon it like helps them like he needs to be back to normal basically,
uh,
but like any other human like we're not making all those jumps, like we'll be okay. We would be okay,
right, right,
but
yeah,
yeah, it was a pretty crazy injury that like yeah, I mean he just has to rehab it and or surgery, I guess surgery at some point.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm pretty curious. Speaking of injuries, I'm curious about seeing Aaron Rodgers come back and see what that's gonna look
Oh,
like.
did we talk about how there was like a clip a couple weeks, maybe over a month ago, where he, it's pre-season and he just doesn't look like he's gonna be like all
Really?
there.
No, I didn't see
Yeah,
that. Wow.
yeah, it looked like he just looks stiff from my perspective.
Uh,
Like you look like a young you look at these young quarterbacks like a Mahomes. You see them like moving and
yeah.
stretching and like their legs are just they like they're just
Right.
everywhere. He didn't
Yeah.
look like that at all. He
Yeah.
looked like
And
a statue.
yeah, and he was pretty mobile. He wasn't like a Peyton Manning or Tom Brady type that just kind of stood there in the pocket and like
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Don't talk about the goat Tom Brady and say that he's a statue, bro. That guy was mobile. Okay,
he was statue like Jello. He was just man.
dude, that guy was like the epitome of just like you see him and you're like, nah, that guy's not athletic, but
Yeah.
he killed
Don't,
it in
don't wrong. Yeah. He was like the guy from White Man Can't Jump, that movie.
yeah, yeah.
You look like that guy can't play.
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take him on my team. Just go out
Like,
there and hustle people.
yeah, dude.
Man.
I think was there a remake to that movie? I think there was a remake to
Was
that
there?
movie like recently. I think it just didn't do good like on any platform.
Uh did you watch that movie when you were a kid? White Man
Yeah,
Can't
I
Jump?
did. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I remember watching it as a kid, and I watched it recently because it was on HBO Max,
Oh,
and I rewatched it, and I was like, as a kid, like you miss a whole bunch of like the dynamics now. Like
yeah,
when I watched it as a kid, I thought it was just, oh yeah, there's just these basketball hustlers.
yeah.
And now when I watch it as an adult, I'm like, oh, this guy was like an addict, like a gambling addict.
Yeah,
He couldn't he
yeah,
couldn't say no to like try to dunk the ball. He like gave up his savings and
yeah.
his whole relationship.
Yeah, he lost his girl, right?
Yeah, he lost his girl. He gets the girl back. He somehow manages to get her back, and he still wants to go out and gamble. She tells him, "If you go out and gamble, I'm done." But he's no, I got to do it. She leaves him again. Like he can't stop gambling.
Dude, I know. And as a kid or young adult, like you don't catch those things, right? Like
Yeah,
you're just like, oh, it's a cool movie. Like
yeah,
they're playing basketball. That's cool.
yeah. That's what I thought it was just about. I thought it was just, oh, they're playing basketball. They're gonna win the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so this remake of it, I guess it's a remake. It's not even a part two. It came out in 2023, and it's 20%, 26% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, that's not
Um,
good.
and IMDb gave it a 5.1 out of a 10. So, it might not be the best, but yeah, if you're interested, you could definitely catch the remake.
Was it called White Man Can't Jump?
Yeah, it's the same
Okay.
thing. Yeah.
Who's in it? Is it not big stars, huh?
Jack Harlow, who's a rapper, plays the white basketball player,
Yeah.
and Shanqua Walls plays the
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes character. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who these guys
Yeah, I
are.
don't remember. But for the time, that was a good movie for the time.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, and you do get to see a full frontal from Rosie
Oh yeah.
Perez. I remember I was watching that at home, and I didn't know it was, and I think my parents were watching it too, and we
Yeah.
were just like, oh, it was that awkward moment where it's
Like what's going?
like,
Yeah.
oh, what do I do?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. There's like a sex scene to it and everything.
Yeah, like I don't apaga la
Yeah.
televisión. Yeah.
Man, I still remember watching uh Hard to Kill, which is a Steven Seagal movie, and there was like some sort of sex scene in there. And my friend's mom going up to the TV and just like standing in front of the TV until the sex scene was over. And then once it was over, I was like, all right, you guys can watch the brutal violence again.
All right, so it looks like this movie came out in 1990. Dude, I don't think I've ever seen this. Is it
Which one?
good? Hard to Kill.
Hard to Kill. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's an awesome movie. Hard to
Well,
Kill.
I mean, Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 33, and it's
Uh,
slightly IMDb gives it a 5.8, which is slightly above White Man Can't Jump.
all right, let me rephrase it. Let me rephrase this. If you're a stunted, like emotionally stunted 10-year-old, this movie is awesome.
Best, the best. Oh my gosh, yeah.
You know what? I don't even remember like the whole part of it. I just remember he gets what happens to him? I think he gets shot or something. He goes into a coma,
Yeah.
comes out of the coma, has to like montage train,
Okay,
to
okay.
get back in shape, and
Yeah.
then he goes and he gets revenge.
All right. Hey, you know what? Good old American movie then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's every action movie I ever grew up with. You gotta
Yeah.
get revenge.
um, is Steven Seagal like? Did he ever play like a normal, non-actiony character?
I don't think so.
It's always like all of his movies. He's like a badass, right?
Yeah, yeah, you're
Okay.
right. He's like a
Yeah.
super badass in every of his movies. Like he talked to bears or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't think I've ever seen like him in particular, or what's the Chuck Norris?
Or Chuck Norris, yeah,
Yeah, like Chuck or Van Damme, like in
or
a
Van Damme.
like a series. Well, like just a non-action role, Like I
Yeah,
think,
like Arnold Schwarzenegger maybe did like Jingle All the
well,
Way or something like that.
yeah, and Twins.
Twins. Oh yeah,
Well,
Twins. Yeah,
like comedy. He kind
yeah,
of
that one's
ventured
funny.
onto comedy. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think he never did like a romantic type of movie.
I don't think so.
Arnold. Yeah, I don't think so.
No,
But
he did like goofy comedies like Kindergarten Cop and stuff like that.
yeah.
Yeah. But you're right. I don't think these guys ever played like a regular dramatic role.
No,
They
they
were never.
stuck to what they knew, right?
Yeah. Like they weren't gonna get Steven Seagal to be like Goodwill Hunting or something.
Dude, imagine like it would have just been all bad.
I know. He just starts beating up the
Yeah.
other Harvard students.
He just shoots up the place.
Yeah.
Oh
They start
my
making fun of him for being like, from a poor janitor at the Harvard.
God. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So bad.
All right, let's start landing this plane here.
Yes, sir.
Give me some takes here.
Oh, hot take. All right. I'm gonna say that tomorrow's fight that you mentioned, Mr. Masvidal goes for the knockout
Oh,
on the last round, which I'm assuming is probably like 12,
12. I
somewhere,
think
somewhere. Yeah.
that's a good point. I don't think they go with the full 12 on those exhibitions. I'm not sure what the deal is. I don't even know.
Well, that
The
last round,
last one, whatever it is.
he's just gonna go boom, and
Oh,
they're gonna settle this beat. Well, he's gonna go up 2-0, and that's that.
man, that's crazy. I'll give you a hot take here.
Go for it.
I think Ryan Garcia is gonna start his apology tour. He's gonna get a black girlfriend. He's gonna get a black best friend. He'll sign with Mayweather or something.
Yeah.
Mayweather will vouch for him.
Yeah.
He'll leave Oscar and get Mayweather,
There you go.
and then that's it. People will forgive him because he'll
Yeah.
start winning again.
but he has to go to rehab first, right?
Yeah, well, he is pretty entertaining.
Yeah, okay, no rehab.
Like,
Let us do his tour, huh?
man, what would he? You know what? That's a good question. I'm trying to think now what that scene would be like if, say, like Ryan Garcia was like a nice stand-up young gentleman
Uh-huh.
who like did the right things, said the right things. Like Oscar De La Hoya used to be like that when
That's what
he
I'm
was.
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he was always winning. You know.
yeah,
Yeah, this guy's kind of he's been on downfall. I think after he lost to Tank Davis. You know,
uh,
after he got that kidney shot, and people have been like this guy's not a true Mexican. You know, like
right.
he can't fight through the pain.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I mean, no one really could. I mean, that's kind of a dumb
Right.
thing to say. Yeah, no one could. Once they hit you, that's not like it's not a question of your brain wanting to fight. Like your body's
Yeah.
just gonna shut down. But like I remember back in the day, like Oscar was like on like a perfect media star. Like he would say the right things. He'd be on the covers of magazines, and he'd
True.
get interviewed. He knew what to say.
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia never knew what to say. He's like a Kanye West type character. Like
Dude, he's unhinged, bro. He just does
yeah,
what he wants.
he's just saying wild stuff. Like
So,
I remember, like he was saying, like he was being abducted at one point by aliens or whatever.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, dude. I'm like, bro, you
and
need
the
to chill.
man, yeah, you're right. Maybe he doesn't need rehab. I take it back. Sign him up.
Nice,
Sell off one of his cars and just get him.
right?
Yeah.
Damn, that's a good hot take, Mish. I
Yeah.
like that one. I like that one.
All right. All right. Did you want to sign us off? Go ahead. You say whatever comes to your mind.
Yes. Well, thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the podcast, and we'll catch you at the next one.
All right. See you guys.